What do you call yourself?
I go by Sour.
All right, and
That's my trail name.
And Sour, where were you living before you were on the Pacific Crest Trail or the Pizza Crust Trail? As a lot of
Pizza
people.
Crust.
Yes.
I was in Houston, Texas. I've been there my whole life.
Okay. And Sour, what are you passionate about?
On the trail or just in general?
But both or whatever.
I guess in general, like in life, just advancing my career, being happy, enjoying my relationships. On the trail, my scat log.
Your what?
Scat log.
What's that?
I photograph every cat hole I do.
Really?
Yep.
Like
Every single one.
Like after the deed is done.
Post deed, yeah.
And then you just the cat hole and you have like a collection of them.
Yeah, I'm hoping that Google Photos will sort it, how it does people and pets. But
Okay.
If they don't, I'm gonna write a complaint to them that their algorithm's not working well enough.
Okay. And what do you think about the Pacific Crest Trail? Just general thoughts.
So far, it's taxing. Definitely harder than I thought it would be. Figured I'd be able to do more mileage than I actually can, but injuries kind of are like revolving doors that catch up to you in one way or another. But rewarding for sure. Even after the hardest days, it's rewarding to be able to just set up and kick back and relax. Take it easy.
And could you share a story of some sort from your trail? From the Pacific Crest Trail.
One that comes to mind is when we were in Wrightwood, a town in the desert section. My wife had some knee issues, so we took about a week off at a residence house there, us and a few other hikers. And one of the hikers, Dicey, was his name, he was dying to see John Wick 3, which had come out in theaters like a week or two before. So we went one day without him, us trying to find ways to get there, maybe take an Uber, but it was too expensive. And he just was so dogmatic about it. He would not let go. So the next day, we decided to pay $3 for an all-day bus pass and got a bus from Wrightwood to Victor Valley, I think is what it was, or Victorville, and saw the movie. And that day, I think I learned how important public transit was. On the trail. It's just such an easy way to get from point A to point B, whether it's you're paying for a bus or you're getting someone to hit you somewhere. It's a vital part of the trail is just being able to figure out how to get from point A to point B off the trail as well as on it.
And how did you end up here? Like, how did you end up on the Pacific Crest? Did you hike a lot in the past, or how did you end up on the PCT?
So I actually. Do I look into the camera or do I look?
I mean, it's whatever, man.
Okay.
It doesn't matter.
I actually had no idea about this trail or any of the 3 big trails in the U.S. My wife had been Jolly Rancher, her trail name, had been following it for about a year. She was displeased with her job. She just didn't like day to day. I wasn't too enthusiastic about mine, but it seemed like something she needed a change of pace in life. So she had been following videos on Instagram for a year. I didn't know a thing about it, about how to get the gear, and so we ended up taking. But I was on board for anything that made her happier, and I'm an adventurous person, so I was like, screw it, I'll do anything.
Right.
So we did one test hike. It was about a 5-day hike in Zion, in Utah, and tested all of our gear out and kind of figured out how to get from one water source to another and see how many miles we could do. And we actually got up to, I think, a 13-mile day there after, we didn't do any hiking before this. So we were like, well, if we can do this, let's give the PCT a shot. And that's kind of how I got here, is I just was following what my wife was doing and was down for anything and haven't looked back since. I love it.
That's great. And when you're out there hiking and you are either coming into town or coming into a road, what would you dream of if there was somebody there with trail magic or with some sort of food or drink or something? What would the dream food or drink be that was at the road crossing? Right?
Let's see. I think food, probably Doritos Locos Tacos.
Oh man.
Taco
Okay.
Bell.
Okay.
Drink wise, I would love it's a brewery in Texas, or in Houston. It's called Carbach, and Hopadillo is one of my favorite. It's an IPA from there. So just maybe a 6-pack of Hopadillos and some Doritos Locos Tacos.
Awesome.
The perfect storm.
Awesome.